Prepare yourself. We are gonna be in for a ride today, boys. We are on class trial number 5. I have no clue if my Alright, so it's recording good. No. Sorry about the chewing. I'm just gonna finish. I'm just trying to finish up something real quick. To Monokuma Rock, where all dreams go to die, where my heart will get broken into 1,000 pieces.
Damn right.
Because one of these 5 people here is a murderer. Looks like everyone's here. Huh? Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people?
Damn it.
Stop it, you're making me depressed.
Stupid fool.
So, it's going to happen again. The cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends. but once we're through with this, we can go back, right?
That's right.
That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the last class trial.
Damn it.
But we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily.
Of course not.
Why can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do all this is the one saying it, you know. That's
right?
why I'll definitely survive. We really can go home after if we can really go home after we deal with this class trial.
That's right.
I'll definitely find out who the killer is, no matter what. Even if I have to pull out all the stops.
You.
What the fuck? Why are you here?
You haven't realized it yet? That feeling of wanting to leave this island. That is that thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know?
Huh?
What are you saying?
Got it?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse.
Stop trying to jinx us. Damn right, stupid rabbit, just shut up.
Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair. I finally realized after losing my powers. What the fuck's going on downstairs? I realized that cursing your powerlessness or your fate accomplishes nothing. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it. In order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. So I will fight.
Huh?
What's her deal? I do not really know, but she seems different from before. Maybe she read a self-help book.
Wait.
But her eyes, she looks so determined.
You.
What can you tell just by looking at those button eyes? Anyway, make sure you turn off Minimaru. It'd be annoying if you started talking during the trial. Oh, fine.
But still.
Somehow I understand what Monami is saying, I think. Anyway, let's get going to the last class trial. You're right, we need to fight as much as we can, no matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. Excuse me. This is the end. I kept saying those words to myself over and over within my mind. I entered Monokuma Rock. Oh my god! I hate this, man. This is so sad. So there, right? This will be the last time for this too, right? I hope so.
Well,
Let's worry about things after we're finished.
you were right.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us.
Damn it.
The killer managed to kill someone like Nagato. There's no way this is going to go smoothly. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that. Nagato was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials. Yeah, you're right. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. But even if he was gone, the ones who survived need to stand and fight. We must fight. Then the door slowly opened. The bright light greeting us. Is that the light of hope? Or the light of despair? Ooh!
Well now.
Well then, now that chatterbox Nagato is gone, there are only 6 of you left.
Shut the hell up!
Enough, just fucking start this already!
Hey!
Hey, this is it, right? This is really the last class trial, right?
Yep.
Yep, it sure is. So you gotta show some enthusiasm and make sure you give it your all.
All right.
Didn't I tell you? He said it! This is the end!
Now then.
Let's get this trial started.
Killing!
This is the last class trial. Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other.
This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. The curtain is about to rise. Ugh, I forgot. Ugh. Ultimate lucky student Nagato. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. But his true nature held such a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove that hope will never lose to despair. He said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up, but there's also times he saved us too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. I have no idea at all who did it, but there's no way we could end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. That's why we absolutely have to find out. The person who finished off Nagato, the killer who murdered Nagato. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. If Monokuma says this is really the last class trial, that's all the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair, the last one, has begun. Okay, so fuck. We're just jumping right into it this time. Instead of being like 40 minutes into a session, we're actually just right into it now. Alright. Select skills. We gotta see if there's any new ones. I think there is a new one. There's not. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, let's just, real quick, 2 things. Report card. I want to see if you notice a trend here real quick. So let's look at all the people we've gotten high hopes with, alright? Nagato, maxed out, murdered. Mikan, maxed out, murdered. Ibuki, almost maxed out, murdered. This is a murderer, not murdered, by the way. Murdered. The only other one who's kind of high up is Chiaki. I swear, I will if this is following a trend here of everyone I like dying or being a murderer. Oh boy, I will fucking snap if it's Chiaki, but it wouldn't be Chiaki though. Like she seems like the Kyoko of the game to me. It seems like less truth bullets than a normal one. All rise.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Oh, she ain't tied up this time.
Oh my! Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit? Chesto! One more time! Jeez! How about this one? This will be my final blow! It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who was attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid! There's no way in hell I'm the traitor!
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person, or... One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fuck, alright,
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up! I'm telling you, they were torturing him!
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito!
well, that's not wrong.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
No!
If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko!
I wouldn't call it Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Wait, what? That's it? Why do I have to torture Nagito? The wounds on Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up! I'm telling you, they were torturing him!
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito!
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
No, not the bomb's hiding
So,
place.
the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko!
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Oh boy, we are starting off with a fucking hard one, aren't we? Jesus fucking Christ. Like, what the fuck do you want me to do, huh? Okay. So, there's the, truth bullets wise, there is the torture wounds, survival knife, duct tape, I think there's the plushie, there's a count, What was the last one? Fuck, I'm actually losing my mind. This is a really hard one. Also, I'm just stupid. Oil lighter. Okay. I don't think oil lighter is it. I'm gonna be honest here.
I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
Fuck.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko. I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Okay, so I guess it's just time to start shooting out random shit and hope for the best.
You, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body.
It's because the killer tortured.
No, that's wrong.
Okay! Why is that wrong? You care to explain, Hajime?
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, it could be torture without trying to get any information. They just torture to be a dick.
If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
Already we're starting with this shit. Alright, cool. Alright. Yeah.
I just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Stupid. You wanna maybe talk about it there, buddy? Kazuichi?
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assumed he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how at first the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
No.
Pay attention.
Ooh, that did a lot of damage. Fuck. Okay. Is went
First,
down.
The killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
Alright, so we're already starting off this trial by being hard as fuck. So that's cool.
Pay attention. This first, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location.
No.
Then, after they killed him,
Yes?
Allow me to cut through
Alright,
those
so
words.
I was right with the duct tape the first time, but I clicked the wrong one.
No. There's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
what did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors. We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? You have a crush on him or something?
Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds, which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so we wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
Gee, I wonder, if we look at this body, what do you think?
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
Hmm? The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
We can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse. Yeah, and right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back. Which means it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
It was an oil lighter, which that don't mean shit for fucking putting, like, when you put that lighter down, it's gonna stay lit, damn it.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this. Some kind of setup? Like what? I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect.
Alright. Listen, Kazuichi. Sorry about that, by the way. She doesn't like you. Get over it.
Let's think about this based on what...
Damn right it is!
Need for fire, huh? You're right. We need to clear that up first. Give me a second. Alright, sorry. We're back in business now. Just okay.
The oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
Yes.
The killer used some kind of setup.
Mm-hmm.
He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter. Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way? Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused...
I agree with that.
That was easy. Way easier compared to the first two fucking things.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
No. No. What? No.
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over? In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
We'll do one thing hide a domino effect. There's probably the big pile of stuff at the door, so it's to hide the domino effect. Huh? To hide the domino effect? To hide the domino effect. My brain is really bad with thinking today, apparently. I guess. Well, let's see. Let's think of all these things that happened that could relate. This is in the back of the warehouse. Saying Monokuma panels twice is just stupid. Oil lighters in the back. MP3 player could have been something used as a distraction. I guess with sound.
I see.
Okay, cool.
You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Inside the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight outside. From that darkness, a loud hymnal blared throughout the warehouse at full volume. Did you guys hear something? It's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listening to this depressing crap? I'm not talking about the music. If on cue, it suddenly started.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
Yeah, Connie seems to have interesting hearing, to say the least.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
It's fine, I'll open it slowly. And that's not the problem. Seriously, you'll be fine. With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened a door to the warehouse. Oh, it's not opening. Someone blocking the door? You can barely open it. I knew it. It's a trap. Seriously, just stop it, okay? Didn't I tell you before it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. I'm opening it slowly. Connie ignored their protest, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter. Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
I didn't think about that.
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
There was only entrance to the warehouse. See, the problem Shaggy is talking about is... the killer couldn't have left.
I see.
If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used. You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
I'm thinking hard, because I don't know who the fuck you're thinking of. Don't tell me you're saying Fuyuhiko because he's small boy. I'm not fucking ratting out my boy Fuyuhiko. But if that's true, this murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
Person set up the domino effect inside the warehouse. Only one person could have done that. Nagito? Because if you couldn't... He's the only one who was in the warehouse, and no one else could have physically fit out of it. Yeah, yeah, what the fuck? I thought you were going for Fuyuhiko because... Short boy... You know, short boy, Fuyuhiko. But no, I think it's fucking Nagito.
This is my answer.
Then what the fuck is this fucking murder?
What if it was Nagito?
What is this murder? I'm so confused.
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid.
It was a pretty violent suicide.
His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss?
I could think of a few ways. Self-bondage is a
That's
thing.
not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like I said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something. Is it time for a brain blast? No. Is it the burnt rope? It might be the burnt rope? Come on, let's well, we have to go through all, oh, fuck, 4
Actually
minutes.
tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Alright, buddy, tape.
Or if you use your front tail?
Penis!
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
up your own arms and legs. That's obvious.
Why is this class trial? It is so fucking hard. I don't get it. I mean, I kind of do. I know it has something to do with the burnt rope. Like, that kind of just... Because that's the only limb that was... He's
You
fucking...
couldn't do much with the. It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your
No.
teeth? Or if you use your
No,
furry
alright, no.
jaw?
It's definitely not those two. Teeth or front tail? No. That's stupid.
To actually tie up your own. No, that's wrong.
Can you explain Nagito? Nagito?
Hold on a
Hajime.
Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were.
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
Move the broom and Nagito's arm as a trap. Sleeve?
I see.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
No, I'm... Akane, are you alright, buddy? You are very sexual today.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
No! That's prostitution!
That's definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
Prostitution! No!
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know.
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand.
Ah, that much is obvious.
Is it though?
Hajime, you tricked me. Give me back that Benjamin.
Why did she try to charge me now? She wants the money back? What the heck?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
Waist tied with the right hand while using the right hand. Okay, there's definitely an answer for this. Mark on the ceiling? Blood on girder. Had it fall on his hand. That's really
Even if
meticulous.
Nagito's right hand was free. How could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way? Is he a throwing knife expert?
He is the ultimate lucky
Maybe
student.
He propped the knife somehow
Propped?
and slammed his right hand
Oh! Oh no! No! No!
onto what?
Also, yeah.
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right
Back
hand.
that Benjamin. Fuck. What the hell? Okay, I have an idea. It's not the prop up, but I do think it's blood on girder.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with...
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall,
Nope! I'm retarded! Okie dokie then! Oh boy. Why did my headphones fall off? Fuck me. Fuck me, man. I fucking hate this game sometimes. Let me look at the bullets again. Alright, I know Monokuma plushie is one of them, but as if it was
How could he stab his right hand?
If he threw the knife and lit the knife, could he stab his hand? Is he a throwing knife? Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
I agree with that. The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto
I don't like that, but that does make sense. But it was all the way on the other side of the room.
He had to place the plushie near him, and it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
I'm stronger than to laugh at that. All right, fuck.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would
Don't
die
say it a
instantly.
second time. Come on.
Say it one
No! No!
reason.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out.
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else. I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right?
Shut the hell up. We're having a serious discussion here, Monokuma.
That's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Oh shit.
Monome's sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
Really? Of course. Really? Of course.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
Well, the spear also has a thing attached to the end of it, so that's always a possibility.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible. I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now.
Everyone working together.
She's right, we made it through several ordeals till now by doing that. And even now...
Alright, let's do this.
Okie dokie, Oh. We don't really have many options here now, do we?
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
That was very touching.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth?
No! Stop with the fucking...
Maybe he used his front tail.
Oh my god!
I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed. What are you saying?
A blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
If Nagito committed suicide, then he must have used that spear to stab himself. Or like time, he used to use some part of his body. I don't think it's his teeth because of the duct tape! Ooh, actually, the duct tape did have a fold in it for the mouth. Maybe the teeth is actually an option this time around. Probably not, though. I mean, there is blood on his left hand, so... all you could have used is his left hand.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his...
But his left hand was also tied.
Then that rules out his left hand.
No, that's wrong.
I'm a genius! Alright. That one was that was easy. That was
Hold
an easy
on.
boy.
It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles
Not
the
right.
description of that bloodstain, but it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
Gripping?
I see.
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Why? Stop!
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear!
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
Impossible or improbable? That's right, that's the problem.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear. I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
What second of the spear was he holding on to? The fucking cord.
I see! That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito's dripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. From there, how would he stab himself in his stomach with a spear? This is quite the pickle.
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time? At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
Or as I like to call it, TPTOSTIEAAO.
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time? What does that mean? Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up, the spear stabbed through his stomach. So just before that, that's it. Could it be, say, the spear and the fact that Nagito's holding the tip of the cord attachment? If I put this together and think about it, I should be able to figure out who the spear was and what state it was in before it stabbed Nagito. Hey, here we go. See if I remember the controls for this. Alright, I remember the controls. Let us go. Oh! That's so mean! Dude, I can't believe I'm playing Battletoads right now. Question 1. Where was this field before it... Above Nagito. Ooh, new obstacles. Oh, new obstacles are scary! Fuck! Oh! God Gamer. What can I say? I came to game. Sphere, what else is above Nagito? A ceiling girder. Like this? These questions are easy as shit. Oh, fuck. Oh! Oh! Oh, God Gamer. Oh, my dick. Oh, I'm so good. Oh, fuck yeah. I'm slaloming right now. Slalom my cum. Woo! Alright, question 3. I am connected with this ceiling girder. Spear squared. Speed run!
It's all coming together. The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular. In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
That'd be awesome,
Yes.
but he'd probably use the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support. He hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that.
Violent.
If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body, that was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right? Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far?
This is fucking brutal.
That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake.
But why?
By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. It's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
I was starting to feel a little sympathetic towards him. How stupid of me. I really underestimated his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. I'd forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
Why? I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Because we don't know who the traitor is, or...
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You're right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
I'm so confused.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Well, to Nagito's death and something that even he couldn't have messed with.
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
Only to Nagito's death, a piece of evidence that he couldn't mess with. Piece of evidence he couldn't mess with? What couldn't he have messed with? What couldn't he have messed with? Fuck! Fuck me, man. I don't know. Why do I have to be the one who votes? I'm not the one who brought up this fucking idea. I'm on a time limit. Fuck it, just like this. Okay, I'm just God Gamer. Fuck me. I should be called the ultimate lucky student. I should be called the ultimate lucky student here because I'm fucking just guessing half the time and I'm getting it right. So.
Yeah, that's it.
Why couldn't you have just said that and saved me the pain of fucking panicking?
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma
Fuck. Name is Nagito Kameda. Body was discovered inside a warehouse in Monokuma plushie factory. The main time of death was believed to be noon sharp. Not only was there a spear stabbed into his stomach, there were multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there was a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. The biggest part of Monokuma file check he's worried about. What? The only thing it shows is like cause of death and shit like that. The Monokuma file. Time of death? Death? Something death, maybe? I don't know. Hang it. FUCK! Right. I guess it's just time to start combining letters and hope it works. C? There's no word that starts with... Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Calm it the fuck down! Oh my god! It's just fucking hell! Ah! Holy fuck! Okay, okie dokie then. Oh my god! Oh my god, what is this shit? Fuck! T? A? That was so much shit! It's just balls of...
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Holy fuck, man. That was crazy. Holy fucking shit, dude! Holy fucking shit! Your spear stabbed into his stomach. There are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there's a laceration of his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was the cause of death.
Nagito had poison, so maybe not.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
I feel like that's a pretty important thing, Kazuichi.
Well, Monokuma?
I plead the fifth!
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say. But even during Gundam's case, and before during Nikon's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
Are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe.
You're right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma! You heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait!
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now.
I just want to put my finger in her mouth.
That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
I hope your no despair can shake you, huh? And I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. An absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. Then the situation we're in might be the thing that Nagito has wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. I was gonna say that this trial's going fast because we're only an hour in, we're already halfway done. When it was fading out, I was gonna say that. But the thing that just... Then I remember, we're technically an hour into this fucking trial. Because I started, we basically started this part at the trial, so whatever. Man, my heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was gonna start, but... Well, you think about it rationally, there's no way it was gonna happen. We haven't done this bit yet. Most of the players probably figured that out too. You're the only one who didn't know. Isn't that right, Monami? Hey, how much longer are you planning to sulk? Let's get along like we always do. Alright, you passed. Friendship is measured by how long you can stand the silence when you are alone with someone else. So, Monami and I are the bestest of best friends.
Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now.
Enough, why do I have to be hated that much?
Besides the fact that you snap at me like that, I don't trust you at all. Not even a teensy tiny 1mm bit.
How sad. Distrusting your friend is much more shameful than being betrayed by that friend, you know?
You're not even friends in the first place.
Then as your older brother, let me say this.
You're not even my brother.
It's so sad to live a life without friendship. That's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys. Alright, listen, that's a bit sexist there, Monokuma.
Well, there may be some demands for that. Oh, I fell for it. I totally took the man bait.
I'm Monami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say. Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome. That's why I'm gonna fight too. I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation. That's basically it.
Cool.
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
Are we finished already?
I feel like it's possible that we overlooked something.
Overlooked, huh?
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly. We should cooperate at a time like this.
Fatal wound that wasn't the spear. I don't even know if it actually exists, but if it does, we need to find out what it is no matter what.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
If it's something that can't be seen, maybe he choked himself with a sleeper hold. Or liquefied his guts with a body blow.
Just thinking about it, that's already a horrible death.
Monokuma's special poison could be a death that we can't see, right? Yeah. That's gotta be it. Like, there's nothing else it could be, right?
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his... It's not the other wound. With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that can...
Yeah, alright. That was
I agree
easy.
with that. That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
Poison? It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember, when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange.
You say we, you say I. It's always I, but there was Chiaki there!
Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
What does that mean?
But, even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Huh.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
And this is when the hardtail appears!
Stop with the cock!
You're totally overvaluing that tail.
His mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's
Are there any left?
Hell no. No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear.
Since we've
I can
already
actually-
ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
Poison entering Nagito's body. The info is written on the warning label. I should think carefully and try to remember it. Oh, another one. Alright, cool. Let's go. Only 2 this time. Oh god, my health isn't the greatest, but that's fine. That's okay, right? Either gas or solid. I'm gonna go with... That looks so stupid. I'm gonna go with gas. 'Cause I know it said something about being gas on the warning label. Oh my god, okay. What? Hold on, what are these options? Through his wounds, through his nose. I mean, if it's a gas, it could be nose. That's the only thing I could think of, because his mouth was duct taped and wounds. That's just kind of stupid. Okay. Woo! Whoa! I don't know why the music just stopping there for some reason kind of threw me off completely. Alright. That was a tricky one.
It's all coming together. What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Yeah, he's just huffed the poison.
It's written on the poison's warning label.
The enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized.
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
I'm gonna go... That's another tricky one. Monokuma merge. That's stupid, alright. It could be... No. Like smoke? I don't think... Sprinklers? Maybe? Good sprinklers.
I see.
Alright, cool.
The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
The ice is heavier than air and breaks down in minutes and is susceptible to hydrolysis. It's possible to poison someone to death without any complications.
Of course! Hydrolysis!
Hydrolysis, not
The
hydrolysis.
chemical bonds that formed the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers.
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning. The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already!
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death.
Alright.
Alright. All the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
Well, but...
What? There's still more?
I mean, not all the mysteries have been solved yet. And Nagito's motive is still unclear. Did he commit suicide just so he can kill every last one of us? Was that really his motive? Is that really okay?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
Nagito's motive, Nagito's malice. Is this really okay? Can we finish this here? Nah, that can't be.
There might have been an accomplice.
Chiaki, what did you just say?
Oh, God.
If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
I haven't really brought points to our house, and the thing that would have been left behind is, I don't know, the fucking... The beyond the book!
I see! Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
He can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
Keep it looking secure by storing in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight.
The container probably melted in the fire.
Very unlikely.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate. Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Ooh, hold on. This is just a guess at this point, because fuck this game. Like, how am I supposed to know anything? I mean, it's kind of. I mean, most of the trials you can technically figure out by Crash Out Frickster. But what if one of the fire grenades wasn't one of ours?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible. I mean, an accomplice? It is just two.
Like, does that really matter all that much? I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Ah, you're right. You're totally right. That's totally it.
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to hurt anyone by hurting someone else. Everyone's tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. That's why I want to just rule this as Nagito's suicide. If I do that, no one here has to get hurt. But
That's no good.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
that is something he would say.
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh?
Shut up, Monokuma.
The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga. Still, that's pretty messed up.
Shut up! You just be quiet.
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is? Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing. And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
I said that! I fucking said that! What is this feeling just now? Even though it was brief, it was a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. Maybe what Akane said just now might be a new clue. From there, I might be able to reach the answer. The way Nagito brought the poison, which means he used the container, was... fire grenade is gonna be right. I don't know how to spell grenade! Oh no! Oh no! Fuck! Give me an F! 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 Fuck! I combined the wrong fucking letters, dude. Just keep the G here, just in case. G-E... No, G-R-E, not G-E. G-R... Fuck! Fuck! R... Okay, now I need another E. N... A... Fuck. This is so hard, these Hangman Gambits. D... Give me the E, please, before I have a stroke. That's not fair!
I got it! I see. I got it.
Huh?
The fire grenades. Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse, it can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
Bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime. Could it be?
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Seriously? That's impossible. Miss Sonia just said so right now.
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade.
Huh?
Nuclear is fire grenade poison.
I can prove it with this.
Woo!
Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
No, that is not just a piece of trash. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
That makes sense!
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping it.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in, and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide! Enough already!
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
We're going in circles! Why are we doing this?
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding.
You're right.
In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
Wasn't a suicide, don't tell me.
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide.
No, it's not.
Chiaki?
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
The horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
Breathing the poison were the same. Same one would be. When we all threw the grenade. He tricked one of us! No!
I see.
No!
Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
No. No, that's not right, is it? No, that's not right, is it? No. No! No! It's just not right, is it?
Yeah, I think so. When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse,
The thing went, the thing went off a little early, I think. The fireworks, right? Oh god, stop!
the poison was deployed, and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us.
What the heck?
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was...
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
He fucked us. That motherfucker fucked us. That motherfucker. No.
What the heck? You said so yourself. You said Nagito committed suicide.
I want out. I want out.
Then who killed Nagito?
You mean, who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
How could any of us fucking know who it was? It's like a 1 in 6.
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Nagito did, right? No. It's Nagito. It's still Nagito. It's still Nagito. It's still Nagito, right? It's still Nagito, right? Yeah, it's still Nagito. I refuse to believe. All right.
It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poisoned grenade?
Nagito.
I see.
That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
To make someone throw the poison, right? To make someone throw the poison, right?
I see.
Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
It was a trap.
A trap?
Preparing the poison. Creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
How are we supposed to know?
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Huh? Could it be... Was that Nagito's trap?
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do.
Does that count? Surely that doesn't count, right?
And for that reason, he put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
What? What the hell?
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him?
To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point. All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor. Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison. And then...
Hold on! If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but...
No, the poison happens instantaneous. That's what the bottle says.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Are you fucking serious?
That was his trap all along. Even the wounds all over his body, it was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve. He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces. For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry. Please vote me as the killer.
That's not the fucking issue here.
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
No, he knows.
That's right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras. If Monokuma doesn't know, this trial doesn't count. Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times. I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia. And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
How can you be so sure? I mean, how can you have such an awful power?
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
Yes, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that?
It's a 1 in 6 chance.
Is giving up all we can do?
No, it's too early to give up.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think.
Really?
Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning? I want to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please.
Doesn't mean the trial's over yet. Even though I don't know who killed Nagito, it should be clear what kind of trap he set. I'm gonna have to do it, even if it leads to despair.
Got it. Let's do this then.
Recently said. This is fucked of a situation. Oh yeah, there goes there. This is a tricky one. Oops, I let go of the cord.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komaeda. He kept a specific item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan. Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon. Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base. Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminum seal on the grenade. With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory, and put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room. The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere. we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse. In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it. From there, Nagito set his insane plan in motion. First, he hung the spear that he took from Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord. Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his remaining arm and legs were tied up. As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear. But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then, he did something no one could have predicted. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream, he stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs. Finally, he propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade. He didn't just want us to think he was tied up, he also wanted us to think he'd been tortured. Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear. His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin. Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse. But that was part of Nagito's plan. We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect. The panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades. We then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply. It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poisoned grenade that Nagito had prepared.
Because why would that be something anyone would think of?
The poison sank to the floor, instantly vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere. The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness. Which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach. This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap. In conclusion, the fact that we can't determine the killer's identity.
This game has such good art. I can't get over it.
This should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
How about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure out who the killer is?
Chiaki?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
You say we just have to vote for someone?
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was? He said this to us earlier.
It'll be fine. I'm pretty sure everything will work out in the end. After all, there's no way Hope can lose. Because he's the ultimate lucky student. His luck dictates that whoever picked up the fucking fire grenade and threw it will be the traitor. That's how his luck works out. Oh, fuck this game. Absolutely hope they can break through any despair. Can never lose in a place like this. Not only that, I believe in you all. I believe in the time we spent together.
That feeling of belief is at the heart of his trick. He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames. And he believed we'd fall into his trap. By believing in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart. I want you to try to remember what that is.
I see.
I'm gonna have a mental breakdown.
Nagito believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
For all the time we spent together, I believe in you guys, and no more than anything, I believe in my ultimate luck, so it's definitely gonna be alright.
I guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
But, in his case, it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost seemed like he had blind faith in it.
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
It wasn't life-threatening at all. It was just a little escaping island with some Russian roulette. Russian roulette? It's a game where you load one bullet into a gun, spin the cylinder, point it towards you, and pull the trigger. So you really did it. So that's how you're supposed to play. So it would have been fine if I used only one bullet, huh? I guess just as Monami said. I misunderstood and thought I had to take one bullet out of the cylinder. That's how I did it. You had a 1 in 6 chance. Fucking 1 in 6! All I think about is how lucky I am. The same thing when the first killing happened at the old building near the hotel. He pinned on his luck and he was able to get cleaning duty just as he wanted. That's right, I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty. You just relied on your luck? It's not just luck. My talent... It's true my talent is trash, but I'm still the ultimate student, lucky student, you know. I'm left a red mark. For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem very lucky right now. At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just what I wanted, just like I wanted.
But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
I just thought it was strange that it doesn't connect to anything. He factored in his belief in us, but for some reason he didn't factor in his own luck. No, there's no way. I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about.
What did he do?
You know, he wasn't just after anybody. He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
A target? Who?
The traitor.
The target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know it. That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student, and incorporated that luck into his plan. As long as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire grenade.
You mean he left his plan to luck?
He risked his life for that?
He probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito was after?
I don't even know if that's for sure I know what the answer is. It's the fucking traitor!
I see! That's it. The traitor. Nagito was after the traitor, huh?
Then he relied on his luck to weed out the traitor?
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
Then what he said in his video message.
Won't work if I use any student handbook. If you want to disarm that bomb, you have to use the traitor's student handbook. To be honest, I found out who the traitor was, secretly monitoring everyone's activity, but I was a little annoyed that they never came forward.
So he was just bluffing.
That's probably true. By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
And it's just as Nagato said at the beginning. His purpose was to weed out the traitor. If we just believe what Nagato said, we're going to reach the answer much quicker. The reason it took so damn long was really because we didn't believe in him.
But if he just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer. Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that.
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair. That's something he'd say.
Mon ami, it looks like you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your mouth shut.
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
I was like aiming for a target, but didn't even know who he was aiming for. Sounds way too unbelievable to have actually happened,
The
but...
only thing we can do is believe.
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck when we cast our votes.
But even if we do believe, what should we do? I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
You are absolutely right. It is hard to think the traitor would reveal themselves now.
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened?
No!
Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
Huh?
But they couldn't help it.
No!
They wanted to reveal themselves. They couldn't do it because they weren't created to do that.
Chiaki?
No!
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself.
That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want us to guess?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
What? What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime? Who do you think the Future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
Seriously, why?
Who do you think is the traitor? Hajime, please.
Hajime, please. Hajime, please. What does that mean? Who do I vote for? 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 No, no, no. Just... I don't want... No.
It's... you? Chiaki, you're the traitor?
Please, hold on.
Aw, you totally guessed right.
No!
Just as expected. Yep, you're correct. I'm the traitor. The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
Hey, Chiaki. Are you being serious right now?
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right? Surely you must be joking.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean? You... Up till now... You've been tricking us?
What? We were not tricked! After all, we have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying Future Foundation, that is obviously a lie.
Please, wait! The Future Foundation isn't what you think it is!
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
No, I have nothing more to say.
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity. So the only thing left to do is vote.
Hold on! We're not satisfied yet!
If you say you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that will help us understand. We cannot vote until we are satisfied. That is what you said earlier, Chiaki.
Hey, if you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
It's weird, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out yourself.
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that? Maybe I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost. Hey, Hajime, can you do me a small favor?
Favor? Me?
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
I don't want to. I really don't want to. I just don't. I don't want to. I don't have to. I'm not going to. I don't want to.
What?
Hold on, give me 1 second.
I don't want to believe it. I refuse to believe it.
What are you saying? Why do I have to do that?
I want to explain everything to you guys, but as I expected, that's rather difficult. That's why the only thing I can do is plead with you. I want you to do it. I believe you can prove it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's no way I can do that.
I'm very sorry, but this is the only way. So please.
Looks like we gotta do what we can. It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming it.
If she was just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
She's not disguised at all! 'Cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
Monami?
Too bad. I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all.
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
I've always been alone. I have no friends anywhere. That's why I have no relation to Chiaki whatsoever.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
Chiaki isn't my friend. I hate Chiaki so much.
Orange relationship proving it here is that the only way? Panic. Oh my god, really? I have to do it against her?
Hajime, you stupid face!
Alright, what are the controls? Tab, alright.
Let's all get along. I won't let you. First open and mix. I can't lose. I won't let you. First open and mix. I'll lower your grade. Hajime, you stupid face. all get along? I won't let you. First open and mix. I can't lose. Chucky and I aren't best friends.
Noise notebook.
This is the end! When we investigated Nagito's cottage, I discovered a notebook with the new Sami logo on it. That's your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole from you.
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
That's right! Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring it here today.
So sudden?
Give me that notebook.
Day when I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today, Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Yaku's later, a lot of things happen, so everyone's tired.
What is this? Is this Mommy's diary?
Is the traitor's identity written in here?
Nagito was probably looking for that too, so that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. Of course, Nagito wouldn't know either. However, it's different for me.
You know?
It took me this long, but I finally understand.
I don't know when I found his notebook. It's just I want to turn my eyes from the truth it contained. Now I clearly know. I can't help but know.
First of all, this isn't Monami's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Then the one who wrote this is...
Someone connected to Monami. Meaning, it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it.
If so, is this like a report that the traitor was sending to Monami?
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monami?
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know.
The final day through! Fuck!
In the notebook, there was a specific entry.
It's Day 16, we've been in a funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go into the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him.
There it is. It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room, but the only one who knew that.
No way, man. Maybe trivia idea. Did you know you won't find what you're looking for?
That's right. The only person who knew that is Chiaki. That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
There must be some mistake.
There's not a mistake. This is what it is. This is what it is.
I mean, if Chiaki is the traitor, what was all that time we spent with her? Was that all a lie too?
Miss Sonia.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
We'll see if we find over something like this. Instead of an annoying expression on her face, Jackie walked over to the bomb without saying a word, took her handbook out of her pocket. Huh? Yeah, his hand swiped the card reader. Bzz. Looks like it was wrong.
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only react to the trader's handbook.
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
She knew? That is a mistake! That must be a mistake! Why are you saying such things? Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor?
No.
Of course not.
I will not believe it! I refuse to believe Chiaki is a traitor! There is just no way!
I don't want to believe it either. I don't want to believe, but...
Then nobody will be saved.
What's Monokuma's account? I don't even remember what it was. I just...
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
She did.
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate it.
Unless you know a whole lot about bombs, there's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
Chiaki is not the...
When we were trying to turn... Didn't Chiaki use the...
If she's a traitor,
There's no way Chiaki... If that bomb was fake or not... The only person who knew it was me, when I tried to detonate it.
I missed! It's wrong!
Damn it!
That did so much damage!
Chiaki is...
That did so much fucking damage! It did so much! What is... Sonya's account's one of these things, right? Just wanna make sure. Yeah, Sonya. What is Sonya's account? I don't even remember. That was Monokuma's account because he's in there, but...
When we were trying to turn... Didn't Chiaki use the...
If she's a traitor, There's no way Chiaki... If that bomb was fake,
The only person who knew it was me, when I tried to...
That's not it.
Because Monami knew. And Monami and Chiaki are related.
That's not it. Sonya shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake. Monami was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so yourself.
Is that true, Miss Sonia?
Chiaki heard about it from Monami. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because if I had said that, I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monami.
I did not want to hear that! Enough already. Please do not say another word. I do not want this anymore. I am so very tired of doubting people.
Sonya.
And just because she knew the bomb was a fake does not mean we should decide she is the traitor!
Oh, this hurts, this game. What the fuck's up with Hope Peak Academy file, if you don't mind me asking? Why is that there?
That does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the
I'm out of
bomb was
cuts.
fake.
I'm out of cuts.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, That does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma that it was fake. If so, Monami and Chiaki were working together.
Oh my... This game hurts me.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier. Koki knows everything about this island.
That's the wrong one! Fuck! You fuck!
There was someone other than me and Monami
This game's breaking my
who
heart.
knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier. Correct? He knows everything about this. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand.
What's wrong? You cut through your evidence.
You're right. Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake. But Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either.
Where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used? I wonder. If I'm going to give you guys a hint, did you know it wasn't from the military base? To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes. I know that already. You should have said so earlier. Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was going to happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. I feel so relieved.
That... Monokuma may have just been lying.
No, he won't lie at times like this. You already know that.
Hajime, are you going to believe Monokuma over Chiaki?
That's not it.
It's just, even if Chiaki is the traitor, is it really okay to vote for her? That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck, right?
That's not it.
Are you telling us to trust his luck? Are you telling us to entrust our lives to that bastard?
There's no way I can believe in Nagito.
I'm telling you, that's not it. We shouldn't believe in Monokuma or Nagito. We have to believe in Chiaki.
And she's the one telling us she's the traitor.
Huh?
It doesn't matter who the traitor is. Even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole time. That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life. So the only thing we can do is believe her. If we don't, nobody's going to be saved.
Damn it.
Hey, can you listen to me a little? There's nothing to be sad about, you know? 'Cause this is different from what happened before. Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone. You guys can stay alive by believing in me.
Are you telling us to believe in you and sacrifice you? That is just too cruel.
I'm sorry.
Chiaki!
Monami, I'm sorry too. You're probably gonna get scolded by a lot of different people for this. But still, I want to protect everyone by any means. And I'm happy that I'm able to do that.
It's not up to me to decide whether that's right or wrong. However, I believe it's truly amazing that you were able to think like that. We could even call this a miracle.
Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know?
Man.
I know. It's voting time, right?
Hey, Chiaki.
You don't have to worry. Believe in me, and cast your vote.
God damn it!
Why? did it end up like this?
That's it. That's it. Give me the B and I'll fuck off. Yeah. Do you hear that, dog? I'm sorry about that. Oh my god, I'm so fucking mad. It's not fair. I feel the same as everyone else. There's no way I can agree to this. Emptiness, loneliness, sadness. Most of all, I'm ashamed of my weakness, but even so, I have to move forward. If we believe in the person who's urging us forward, and we have to start walking, and believe with as much hope as possible in what lies ahead. Select someone. Oh, man.
Even so.
Oh, fuck me, man. Oh, fuck me, man.
Man, I'm pooped. Let's go ahead and announce the results. The traitor from the Future Foundation and Nagito's killer is Chiaki Naohane.
Damn it!
Serious? That was correct? The fact that Chiaki's a traitor, the fact that Nagito's crime depended entirely on his luck. Everything was true.
Damn it.
Plus that means the bastard managed to pull it off.
Congratulations, everyone.
Damn it.
I'm not celebrating at all.
Damn it!
Chiaki, let me ask you one more time. Are you really part of the Future Foundation? An agent of the organization that brought us to this island? Is that really your true identity?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys.
What?
That is...
I cannot believe it. Even though I do not want to believe it, there is no choice but to believe, right?
I'm sorry.
It would have been better if I just said it sooner, but I couldn't say it no matter what. I can't betray the Future Foundation. Can't betray.
Well?
If you want to fly, you can't, right? Even if you want to swim where you please, you can't, right? It's the same for me. Due to the nature of my existence, I'll never be able to betray the Future Foundation. But in the end, you did something similar. What you did is no different than sharing your secret yourself. You're right.
Why?
Now's not the time to be laughing.
Well?
Strangely enough, I don't have any regrets. In fact, I'm somewhat happy. I was able to think I wanted to protect everyone. That's why I feel proud of my actions. You're still saying things I don't get, but if we ask you anything, you're just not going to answer, right? Like if we ask you why you're in the Future Foundation and stuff.
I'm sorry.
That is...
Even if you were a traitor, you never betrayed us. Jackie, you'll always be our friend even now. You don't blame me for this. That's why you don't need to apologize.
Yeah.
So the traitor was revealed and Chiaki lost. In the end, it was all according to Nagito's plan, huh?
Like...
About that. Is that really Nagito's goal? Is it really okay to say he was trying to find a killer and eliminate them? If so, isn't it strange? Strange.
So...
I mean, we nearly lost, right? If Chiaki hadn't said anything, we definitely would have lost. You raised a good point. That's exactly it. Even though Nagito said he would weed out the traitor, he never said he would kill the traitor.
Yes, indeed.
Congratulations! You've successfully stopped Nagito's plan! I mean, Nagito's plan was to reveal the traitor and kill everyone else besides the traitor! Kill everyone else besides the traitor?
Are you serious?
That was Nagito's goal?
Huh?
Why would he do something like that? Involve the formed plan that only the traitor would survive. Is that bastard really that twisted?
Nope.
It's okay. Okay, what?
Well?
I mean, it's not just Nagito's fault. If the circumstances had been different, he probably wouldn't have taken things so far.
Chiaki.
You really are a kind-hearted person.
Oh, you think so?
Geez, I wonder where you got your personality from.
Perhaps.
Maybe our dad and our big brother, don't you think? What the
Hey, come on now.
Don't go talking about your family all of a sudden. That's totally ripping off Teru Teru.
I can't
I cannot lose to Chiaki, just like Chiaki and everyone else. Even if I know it's a fight I cannot win, I must try to retaliate.
Huh?
Retaliate.
I will no longer let you do as you please.
Stupid! Stop! What are you doing?
As they say, we shall die together.
She self-destructed?
What'd you say?
What is going on? Monokuma like that?
No, no!
You're not dead? Oh, a new one fucking came out. Man, that surprised me. If only I didn't have a spare, I would have died.
I can't lose.
Not yet, I'm not done yet.
Hey, wait.
If I don't beat you, nobody can live in peace.
Stop it, I say! I'm sorry, I lose! Forgive me!
Hey, hey.
Not yet.
Seriously, stop it. If you don't stop right now, it's all gonna be destroyed.
I won't forgive you.
Of course, I'm doing it
So you'll be destroyed. I'll be the one to protect my students.
you.
I'll protect them with my life.
Monami, you...
Hey,
Now then, how many of you are still there? You might as well come out all at once.
ooh.
How many? Not that much. Just around 10 to the 60th power. That's a big number.
What did you say?
What?
1 million. 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, 1 billion, trillion, 1 quadrillion. Jump ahead 10 to the 52nd power, 10 to the 56th power, and then 10 to the 60th power. That's 10 to the 60th power.
Hey, hey.
After all this, you're still joking around. You sure have quite the daring spirit.
Bad.
Except I'm not joking. What are you even saying anymore? Didn't you see that scene? While you're doing this, my clones are continuously and endlessly created in the Monokuma manufacturing facility.
That's wrong.
Those were just stuffed animals.
Yeah, that's right. Check them with my own hands. They're just plushies.
Damn it!
You're just bluffing. Monami, finish him off.
Hey!
It was just a plushie. As long as you give it Monokuma's personality, it becomes a fully developed Monokuma. What did you say? There's no way that's possible. It's not even magic. Magic, huh?
Could it be?
Have you already obtained that much power?
Hey, hey, hey.
Well, if you bring up magic so suddenly, you're gonna be confused. It must be magic in a technological sense. We won't understand this at all.
Hey, hey.
What's going on? Don't tell me. They're not gonna call this magic or something. I don't care how you interpret it.
In the end, even if Monami risks her life or does whatever, it doesn't matter to my army of 10 to the power of 60 strong! There's no value in that life you're risking! So how about this? This overwhelming despair! Does it make you dizzy from excitement? What's this?
How many Monamis are left to challenge my army to 10 to the 60th power? You don't have to say anything. I know. Let's see. You just have 10 more left, right? I know everything. I am the conqueror of the new world.
I won't give up, even if I have no chance of winning.
It's okay, Monami. Well,
It's not about giving up, you know.
let's believe in them.
I was leaving everyone and leave the rest to them. But,
Right?
right?
Damn it.
What the hell's going on? I do not know for certain, but the one thing I can say is
Please listen.
Monokuma is an enemy of the Future Foundation.
Like,
Does that mean there's another organization that's our enemy besides the Future Foundation?
this is bad.
We're in a situation because we're caught up in a dispute between these two organizations. Okay, that's it. We'll leave that talk for later. Because the punishment time's gonna start. Hold on, just a little more time. To wait or not to wait, that is the question. But what will cause more despair? That's the real question. You think about it, you know, right? There's no way I'd wait. But I haven't...
I'm sorry.
Hajime, regardless, there's nothing else I can say. I'm not allowed to say anything more than I already have. Not that I...
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
For Chiaki Nanami, the ultimate gamer.
Special bleeding service!
Ah, for Monami too.
Huh?
I even Monami.
Hmm.
This is just a 2-for-1 special. I could have killed that thing anytime I want, and she's not a student. Also, I don't need anybody that will defy me anymore.
Uh-huh.
Also, I remember now. I'm an only child.
That is...
What is that?
Hmm.
It's okay. Even if I'm here, I'll just be a burden anyway. And not just that. I decided to believe in everyone.
Guys,
I'm so
I'm sorry about so many things. I'm sorry for lying to you. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you to the very end.
Just one last time, let me say something that makes me sound like a teacher. There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you. When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people, and feeling jealous of everyone. But still, it doesn't have to be like that. Even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone that you can be proud of. 'Cause you yourself are your biggest supporter. If you can learn to love yourself, that love will continue to support you for the rest of your life. Love, love.
Bye, everyone. It's okay. A shining future will always be waiting for you. It's true. It's absolutely true. 'Cause I know.
Bye-bye. Please don't forget about your teacher.
Don't go.
Let's give it everything we've got.
This is the very last
It's
punishment
time.
It's punishment time. Space invaders, really? This is... I fucking hate this game. Even until the very end, I couldn't look away from Chiaki's final moments. Without realizing it, I had fallen to my knees. A feeling of powerlessness spread throughout my body. It's over. It just had to end before I could ask what I need to ask, before I could say what I need to say. Chiaki vanished before my eyes, and I couldn't even tell her thank you. I said that would she have been comforted a little? She knew she was executed as a traitor. Would she have been comforted a little? I don't know. My chest just hurt.
I don't believe it!
Good gracious, that was such a big surprise. As for Chiaki, she regularly took on the role as a point man during the class trials. So did Nagito, too.
What?
Not only was she the traitor, she was Nagito's killer, too. Oh well, don't worry about it. There won't be any more situations where you need to rely on them.
Huh?
Does that mean... Now the annoying rabbit's gone as well. All the obstacles that have been keeping us stuck on this island are completely gone.
Hey!
Are you serious? We can really leave this island?
I shall now present
Congratulations. With this, I shall announce the end of the killing school trip. You 5 who have survived until now, I shall give you the right to graduate. Thank you for all your hard work. Are you really okay with that? What do you mean? There's still 2 days left. If you're acting like your usual self, you would be setting up things so another killing happens right away. You're right. Stop already saying, what if Mr. Monokuma changes his mind? Also, you said you 5 like you're emphasizing that part. Does the number of people matter more than the remaining time? That's why you're saying it's the end already, even though there's still 2 days left, right? Matters that there are 5 people left? Are you planning to make a volleyball team? You need 6 people for volleyball. Don't stay quiet, say something. What's your actual purpose? You're our enemy and an enemy of the Future Foundation, so what's your true identity? If the Future Foundation is the world ender, then I will be the new world that the Future Foundation has created.
No.
You just have to look forward to the rest after the countdown ends. That timer has almost reached 0. If it reaches 0, everything will end. The Future Foundation's lame plan will be nothing but toilet bubbles.
Hey,
And when that time comes, you'll know everything. You'll see all your questions answered in one go. Then you guys will find out yourself just how messed up this new world is.
Hey.
A new world, don't go saying new shit all of a sudden.
Yep.
Just think of the remaining 2 days until the countdown reaches 0 as a bonus. While you're at it, you should enjoy your life on this tropical island to the fullest. Because once you leave this island, your hopeless lives back home will be waiting for you. Monokuma's boisterous laughter carried on for what felt like forever. Our questions, our worries, our sadness were simply ignored. Laughter just kept going, forever. For as long as what we did afterwards. Honestly, it doesn't matter at all. I turned to my cottage for the time being and fell asleep. Even after I woke up, my will to move my body didn't come back. That's why I didn't look back on everything that happened up till now. I didn't think about what was going to happen. I just kept praying that nothing else would happen, and burrowed deep into my sheets as if I was trying to hide. In doing so, somehow trying to endure the long day. And then the sun finally set. The day feels abnormally long when you spend it praying that nothing happens. Which reminds me, I haven't heard Monokuma's announcement. I guess that isn't needed anymore. Is everything really going to end? What is everything, anyway? How much is everything? If we leave this island, is everything going to end? There's still so much we don't know. About our school memories, the Future Foundation, Hope's Peak Academy, Monokuma's true purpose. Can we really end this and turn our backs on all that? Not just that. If we're really leaving, then where are we going? To Hope's Peak Academy? That was my last night at Jabberwock Island. That place where my worries didn't even matter. Everything was about to end. I felt like I had a fun dream somehow. I think it was about my childhood. Because of that, I was able to face the day with somewhat happier feeling than usual. That's right, it's the last day, according to Monokuma. Suddenly my body shuddered. Right when I opened my eyes, I was gripped by a fear that I never felt before. A fear like I had been abandoned. A fear like I had abandoned in this world. Completely, utterly alone. Nobody left on this island. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, Sonya, like everyone was gone, I couldn't find them anywhere. Suddenly I couldn't believe in anything, like everything in this world was nothing but lies. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. Rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape. When I left the cottage, I randomly ran into her.
Hello there.
What? How'd you mean good timing? Good timing, what do you mean?
See?
Remember Nagato's video message that we found at the factory? And we were dealing with the bomb ruckus, what about it? Apparently there's more to that message hidden inside that laptop. Huh?
Yep.
We weren't able to see until a day or so had passed. Apparently it's locked by a timer.
Did he set up so we wouldn't be able to watch until after the class trial? Why would he do that? Maybe Nagito planned to leave this as a will. Nagito's will? Where is it right now? Just explain to me at the restaurant and watch it together. Got it, the restaurant. Next time. Next time. What the fucking fuck?